8 things that can hurt your custody battle in Tulsa. When parents become involved in a custody battle, they often focus on proving why they should receive custody of their child. However, many custody cases are influenced just as much by what a parent does wrong as by what they do right. Oklahoma courts are primarily concerned with the best interests of the child, and a parent's actions during the litigation can significantly affect how a judge views their fitness and credibility. If you are involved in a custody case in Tulsa County, avoiding common mistakes can be just as important as presenting evidence in your favor. Here are 8 things that can seriously hurt your custody battle. 1. Speaking negatively about the other parent. One of the quickest ways to damage your custody case is by constantly criticizing the other parent, especially in front of the child. Judges generally want to see parents who encourage a healthy relationship between the child and the other parent whenever it is safe to do so. A parent who routinely insults, belittles, or undermines the other parent may appear more focused on conflict than on the child's well-being. Children should never be placed in the middle of adult disputes. 2. Violating court orders. Even if you disagree with a temporary custody order, you must comply with it unless the court modifies it. Missing visitation exchanges, refusing to return the child, ignoring communication requirements, or violating other provisions of a court order can seriously damage your credibility. Judges often view compliance with court orders as an indication of a parent's willingness to place the child's interests above personal disagreements. 3. Social media mistakes. Social media has become a common source of evidence in custody litigation. Photographs, videos, comments, and messages can all be introduced in court if they relate to parenting ability, judgment, honesty, or lifestyle choices. Posts involving excessive alcohol consumption, illegal drug use, reckless behavior, or attacks on the other parent frequently become problematic. A good rule is to assume that anything posted online could eventually be shown to the judge. 4. Failing to put the child first. Custody cases should focus on the child's needs rather than the parent's personal grievances. Judges often become concerned when a parent appears motivated by revenge, control, or hostility toward the other parent. Decisions regarding school, medical care, extracurricular activities, and visitation should be based upon what benefits the child, rather than what inconveniences the other parent. Parents who consistently demonstrate a child-centered approach often place themselves in a stronger position before the court. 5. Substance abuse issues. Alcohol and drug abuse frequently become major issues in custody disputes. Evidence that a parent abuses alcohol, uses illegal drugs, misuses prescription medications, or places the child in unsafe environments may significantly affect custody decisions. Even allegations of substance abuse can trigger investigations, drug testing requests, and additional court scrutiny. When substance abuse concerns exist, addressing the issue proactively is often critical. 6. Refusing to co-parent. Oklahoma courts generally favor parents who can communicate and cooperate regarding their children. A parent who constantly refuses to share information, creates unnecessary conflict, interferes with visitation, or refuses to work with the other parent may be viewed negatively by the court. While effective co-parenting is not always easy, judges often consider each parent's willingness to foster cooperation and communication. 7. Dishonesty in court. Credibility can be one of the most important factors in a custody case. A parent who exaggerates facts, provides misleading testimony, conceals information, or is caught in a lie may find it difficult to regain the court's trust. Once credibility is damaged, it can affect how the judge views the remainder of that parent's evidence and testimony. Honesty is almost always the better strategy, even when certain facts are not ideal. 8. Failing to stay involved in the child's life. Parents seeking custody should remain actively involved in their child's daily life whenever possible. Judges often look at factors such as school involvement, medical appointments, extracurricular activities, daily caregiving responsibilities, and communication with teachers and caregivers. A parent with little involvement in the child's life may have difficulty convincing the court that they should receive substantial custody rights going forward. The court is looking at the big picture in a custody battle. No single mistake automatically determines the outcome of a custody case. Instead, judges generally evaluate the overall circumstances and attempt to determine what arrangement will best serve the child's interests. Parents who demonstrate stability, responsibility, honesty, and a genuine commitment to their child's well-being often place themselves in the strongest position during custody litigation. Tulsa custody attorneys. A custody battle can be emotionally challenging, and mistakes made during the case can have long-term consequences. Understanding what behaviors may hurt your case can help you avoid unnecessary problems and focus on presenting the strongest possible evidence. Because custody decisions can affect your family for years to come, obtaining experienced legal guidance early in the process can be one of the most important steps you take. For a free consultation with an Oklahoma family law attorney at Kania Law Office, call 918-743-2233.